everybody. I thought for this assignment I would make a fun video. We are going to the zoo today, the Oregon Zoo to be exact. I am ready to go. It's a little chilly outside, but I have my Handy Dandy Fox hat on, my scarf, my jacket, and we are good to go. So I'm gonna now get on the bus. You know, just sitting at the bus stop, no big deal. Hi, I made it to the zoo, so I'm gonna go in and find some animals to draw. Yay! Alright, so the first guy that I found was a black bear. And something that I want you to notice about this American black bear is the colors. Is he completely black? No, he's not. Look at his face. He's got a muzzle on him. He's got chest fur that is tan. So when you're looking at the animals, definitely look that it's just not the color of it, but there's different colors that you can use into your art. Alright, here's another one. He is having a grand old time in his little cave, passed out asleep. I guess it's that time of year when they're hibernating. But, you know, lighting definitely plays a big part in the coloring of the fur. And I'm probably going to use this guy as inspiration for my storytelling with the black bear that took the molasses. This guy is just having a grand old time sitting here on the log. Think about that circular, almost oval shaped shell on him. I just love these guys. They definitely have all their unique patterns on each and every one. Oh my gosh, look, it's a beaver. I don't know if I've ever seen a live beaver. He's just floating around, doing his beaver thing. How cool is that? I promise that's a live beaver, not a remote control beaver. Kind of looks that way. So awesome. Alright, so in this pond we have a ton of beautiful wood ducks. They're right over here. Look at those beautiful colors on those ducks. Those are the male ones. Usually in ducks, the females are a little bit more brown, not as vivid colors because they're not trying to impress the ladies. Oh my goodness, guys. I love mountain lions. They are awesome. They're also called Florida panthers, cougars. They have a bunch of different names, but this is the one that is, I just call it a mountain lion. And he is so right up close and personal, but he's got this beautiful tan colors. One thing, if you look here, you've got that nice cream colors to kind of outline him. You can see the shadows, the fur. I'm definitely going to use this guy as an inspiration for some of my sketches for later. And I'll take a picture. Alright, so here we have the elephants. The one thing I just love about the elephants is the texture that they have on their skin.
She's basically not had much. She has the oranges.
You can see the folds. They do have fur since they are mammals.
Yeah, but she doesn't finish the whole thing. Yeah, she needs to eat.
But I just love the build of them. So if I was to draw this animal, I would think of the head as a circle, and then I would think of the body as kind of an oval shape. And then you have kind of rectangular looking legs. So think about shape when you're drawing your animals. All right, here we have a polar bear. And the one thing I want you to notice is bears have these really nice long necks, especially polar bears. Those big paws, oh my goodness, look at those paws. And look at this winter wonderland he gets to play in. I want to play in that. But definitely look at the shape of the polar bear. No, it's hard to tell with the glass. So we have some African lions. Oh, here comes another one.
There's the lion.
Looks like the adolescent ones. Alright, so here we have two cheetahs. It's pretty impressive that they're so close. Look at those gorgeous patterns on them. He's so sleepy. It's kind of cold here, but it's just incredible to be so close to such fast, powerful animals. I just love their patterns that they have. This is a dwarf mongoose. So stinking cute. On the rock.
Oh, where's he going?
Where's he going?
He was done showing off.
The girls are looking.
So the other male got it.
It was kind of weird. Where's my TV?
The other day we didn't
Oh, luckily you got to see him.
I know. That's interesting. Really stretched out horses.
Alright, so here we have a fruit bat. It's grooming himself. Alright, we have the Amur leopards. This is one of those very critically endangered leopards. One thing about big cats and their spots is that if you look at your thumbprints, each of their pattern spots are like their thumbprint. So no one leopard, tiger, cheetah has the same exact spots. They're all different, just like our fingerprints. And he is passed out on that rock looking super cute. Uh-oh, he's dreaming. Definitely one of my favorites. I love big cats. Looks like they're doing a little bit of feeding with the sea otters.
Come back here and you'll see better. Yeah, come back here. No, come right here and you'll see her feet on. Hurry, Ava, look. She's feeding him.
Alright, here we have some mountain goats. So that kind of brings us to the end of the zoo experience, but I am for sure going to make some drawing videos from these. I got the mountain goats in the background, just chilling, doing their thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the tour, and I look forward to doing more fun videos like this for you guys in the future. Thanks, bye.
Alright, so let's get down to business. So we're going to go over assignment 20 real quick. Assignment 20 is drawing an animal. This animal can be any animal that you choose. It can be your favorite animal. It could be your dog, maybe your cat, your guinea pig, any of that such. Maybe you really liked one of the animals I saw at the zoo. So do a little research, find which animal you like, and then in just a second I'm going to have a demo video on how to kind of draw the basic structure of the animal and everything, and kind of a demo on how to draw fur. But you're definitely looking at your animal's details. You can go online if you don't have an animal nearby. You can go online and find a picture of that animal that you really like. And you could just draw that animal. I'm not looking for tracing, so please do not print the picture out unless you absolutely have to. Just look on the screen and draw from the screen. I can definitely tell that you've traced it, and tracing's not going to help you at all. So I suggest just looking at the picture and then drawing from it. But drawing from life is always better, but I understand that you might not be able to have access to a zoo or have a pet or anything, but pictures will work just fine. But you're going to pick your animal, maybe pick a pose that you really like, maybe laying on a rock or whatever, but just choose what you like. And kind of get the basic structure of it down, and which I'm going to show you in the next little clip. But for this one, I actually drew one of the elephants from the zoo. And I colored it using watercolors, but I'm looking for you to color it with colored pencils. Now, my picture currently does not have a background to it, which is totally fine. I'm just basically looking for the structure of the animal and not necessarily the background. But I highly suggest, if you really want to push yourself, draw a background and make it nice and detailed. It's only going to help you to become better. So for mine, I'm thinking maybe mountains, since I live in Oregon and there's lots of mountains and everything. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Not quite 100% sure yet, because I don't want to mess it up, because I really love the way that it came out. But just kind of think about it, and this is going to be in your smaller sketchbook. Alright, demo time. Alright, so I'm going to show you some tips on how to draw some animals. So for the first animal that I'm going to sketch out is going to be the polar bear. And here is a picture of it right here. So the things that I'm going to be looking at are the basic structure of the animal. And one way that I like to really look at animals when I draw them is look at them at basic shapes. So the way I'm going to start drawing this polar bear, I'm going to draw it in basic shapes, and I'm going to draw the whole thing out. So kind of map out the animal. So this polar bear is it's got a long neck, big broad shoulders and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with the head first. And the head's kind of a circle. So I've got my sketchy circle here. I'm going to do a nice oval for the shoulders. I've got ovally shoulders. And he's got quite so I kind of got that basic structure of the bear going on right here. So I got the head, the shoulders, and then I've got the hindquarters of the bear. And then I'm going to kind of map out his legs, kind of like little rectangles. And he's got some broad legs. I don't really like the way those look. I think I made them a little too broad. And then I'm going to give them like big ovally paws here. One thing I also like to do is sometimes I'll kind of give it where I'll put circles where the joints are. So you can kind of get it to where you can see where it moves and the structure of the animal. So for this back leg, I'm going to do the oval and kind of about that. And then little ovally feet. Okay, so you see how I'm kind of basically sketching out the animal. And then you kind of just start putting it together. Polar bears certainly do have an interesting shape. Kind of got like a rectangular kind of snout going on here. So you see I've kind of got that basic structure of my bear. And then the next part that I'll do is I'll kind of go in with the pencil and then start really mapping out the shape of the bear. And he's got a broader snout than I had originally anticipated. And this is the time to kind of go in and kind of really get that basic structure down. Now, you can't tell from the video, but I am constantly looking at that picture of the bear. If I was at the zoo actually sketching out the animal, I would be looking at the animal. So, you know, I might have never seen a polar bear before. Do you think I'm going to know how to draw a polar bear if I've never seen one before? No. So I'm just kind of getting those basic shapes down. This polar bear looks well fed. I think I made his hindquarters a little bigger. So you see how I'm kind of building up the animal layer by layer. Then you can kind of go in with the pencil, kind of go and erase some of those lines, kind of clean up your animal. Now this is a very rough sketch. This is definitely not anywhere done. But I kind of wanted to show you the basics. Bear's back leg. It's a little interesting. Definitely has a interesting position. And I'm not just drawing that because I feel like that's actually what the picture looks like. So now that you've cleaned it up, you can really see the structure of the bear. And then this is the point when you'd go in and start putting in the details. Now, the great thing about drawing a polar bear is that the fur is mostly white, so I don't want to put in too much detail. But if that animal is just white, do you think it's just clearly white, or do you think it's got some other colors in the fur? If you look really closely, you can actually see that it has grays. I even see some blues in there. It's reflecting off of the different settings that it's in. I see some dark grays. I see black, like in the nose and the eyes. So there's definitely a few different things in there to look at. Then polar bears kind of have this rounded snout. Very interesting, and very pointed nose. And remember, the lighter you draw, the easier it is to erase. Now, I love drawing animals. They're definitely one of my favorites. Then you can kind of start adding in fur. How I like to draw fur, and I'll kind of draw it down here, it's all about the stroke of your pencil. So it's kind of loose. Sometimes I kind of do that, the back and forth, but I kind of do it random because fur is not necessarily uniform, but it definitely to look how the fur is moving. Sometimes it likes to move in one direction. So then you just keep building it up, building it up, building it up, until you're ready for the coloring part. And then for the coloring part, I said, remember that if you're using color pencils, definitely go from lighter to darker. I would definitely, like for instance for this bear, I would use this cream color. It's kind of that off-white. It's kind of like a little bit of yellow in it, just to kind of do a base coat on it. Then I would go with the grays. I definitely would get a black out. And just kind of look at the different colors that might be in the coat of the bear. Making sure I have all my colors. Definitely want my colorless blender. And I'll probably honestly go in and clean up a little bit more on my picture, but I just wanted to kind of show you real quick a demo on how to draw the fur in color. Actually, that's a good color right there. Nice lighter gray. There we go. So I've got a few shades of gray. I have my sand color. I've got this. I might even want to get a little bit of a blue, a lighter blue out. A little bit of that. So I'm going to show you down here kind of my steps on how to draw fur. So you definitely want to start with the lighter coat. I would maybe do like the little circles to kind of build up that good undertone of the fur underneath. And then you build up. So then I would go for the light gray. And this one I'm actually going to start adding a little bit of that fur detail, and you see that I'm using nice long color pencil strokes on top of that sandy color. Use the next shade of gray. And I would definitely use this kind of fur tone for the darker parts. But you see how it's going? It's all going in one direction, not like the band. But I'm trying just to get a nice even flow on the fur. And I would continue to do that, maybe add in, but I'm constantly kind of building it up. I'm not just using one color. I'm building it up using various colors. And then I kind of use the blender in the fur to kind of blend those colors in a little bit more. And maybe if the blender blended it a little bit too much, which is fine, then you go over it again, maybe with the darker gray. Kind of get those. But you see how it kind of blends it all together. It's really helping that movement of the fur. It looks more realistic when you blend it together. And you can kind of get that same with the different colors, kind of building up and with various layers. So definitely try that out. I would suggest maybe doing like a little test run first before you actually get to the real deal. So you kind of know. I personally like doing that, just so I kind of know what to expect. And there you have it. Alright, so we are going to go over just one real quick, what I'm looking for in this assignment, and who doesn't like some handwritten what I'm looking for. So for number one, you're picking an animal of your choice. So any animal will do. I'm not looking for people copying pictures. I'm looking for people looking on the pictures and drawing them. Do not trace. You can look like, it can look like the picture, but I don't want it to be, you know, exactly that. And start simple. So you're looking at basic shapes. So start simple and work your way up to more detail into your picture. And I'm looking for color in this, since this whole unit is on color. And don't forget to layer those colors, and it's really important with animals because let me tell you, they have a different layers of colors all in their fur, their skin, so definitely look at all those. And then don't forget, my optional challenge is to draw a background for your assignment. And don't forget to have fun, because I love drawing animals. It's probably one of my favorite things to do. And I hope that this helps you, especially with your projects. I know a lot of you are drawing animals, so I thought this might help you guys out with that. And also, I will be having my critique sign up, so don't forget to sign up for your critiques. Yay! And I hope that everybody has an awesome week. Sorry I couldn't do this live with you guys, but I hope you enjoyed the recordings, and I will see you guys next week for critiques on your project number 3. As always, have an awesome day. Bye.